Hello guys, and welcome to Bloodsport MMA. The predictions for these fights are my own picks. I'm not getting forced by anyone to pick Islam, and it's my own decision to pick Islam. And I will present you now my my picks. Good? Was it good? Okay. Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Salam alaikum to everyone.
Sorry for the cringe, guys, but it had to be. Always for the pick videos, there needs to be some cringe at the beginning. So, of course, my picks are not influenced by anyone. Hezbollah is my co-worker. He's not forced me to do anything. But I will give you my official picks for Islam versus Volkanovski UFC 284. Before we get to that, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave us up for the cringe. Leave us up for not getting any cringe anymore. Whatever it is, just leave us up. Would highly appreciate that. Thank you so much in advance. And now let's go into the picks. So this Saturday, the UFC 284 event will take place in Perth, Australia, the home of Alexander the Great, or the average Volkanovski. I'll pick the two main fights because I don't want this video to be too long, right? Let's start off with the co-main event. Josh Emett versus Yair Rodriguez, Pantera. So, if you know me, you know my brain picks somebody and my heart picks somebody most of the times. Here is really a fight where my heart and my brain pick the same guy. Because Yair Rodriguez is 30 years of age. So kind of in his prime for a featherweight, normally. And Josh Emett is 36, if I'm not mistaken, or 37. Look, prime is always individually, but normally you're not in your prime anymore from speed and everything as a featherweight at 36, 37. Josh Emett looked good in his last fights. He looked good against Calvin Kattar, even though I think it was kind of a strange decision there, but he looked good in his fights. He has power, but he's kind of one-dimensional for me. Josh Emett reminds me in some way of a Chad Mendes or some other guys, some typical American wrestlers who only have an overhand and wrestling.
A left hand and a left shoulder.
And that's kind of Josh Emett for me. He has good boxing. Hey, I'm not taking anything away. His boxing looks good. But he's not that well-rounded fighter who you're like, okay, wherever this fight goes, he has an answer for everything. You know what I mean? He's good on top. A good wrestler, he's good in taking you down, and he's good at outboxing you and land an overhand at the end. He's good there. But Yair on the other side is such a well-rounded, dynamic, all-round fighter. Of course, he's a striker, especially a heavy kicker. But whatever you want to do in a fight, he's there. He's there and he gives you problems. You know what I mean? He's not like the guy that you just take down and tap in 3 seconds. It's really not that. He's very well rounded. He's good on the ground. More on, like, I would say he's better on his back than he's on his top, which is kind of helpful if you fight a guy like Josh Emett, who's very top heavy. And in the stand-up, of course, Josh Emett probably has better boxing fundamentals, but in a cage, it's better to be a well-rounded Thai boxer, Taekwondo striker, karate striker, whatever you want to call it, than a boxer. Because Josh Emmett's footwork and the way he moves is boxing. That doesn't work too good, in my opinion, against a well-rounded guy in the octagon, especially with the calf kicks and stuff when you're heavy on your front leg. So I really believe that Yair will be able to keep the distance and teep and jab his way out of the fight. I don't believe he will knock Josh Emett out, even though, hey, it's possible. Yair has crazy spins. But I believe it will be a hard-fought fight. Emett will take him down a few times. Yair will piece him up in a stand-up, in my opinion. Emett will land some big bombs. But I believe Yair will win this fight pretty good as a unanimous decision. I don't believe it will be a one-dimensional crazy domination by Yair, but I believe he's just a better fighter and he will come up victorious and be the new interim featherweight champion. Then the main event of the evening, guys. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I will say it. Yes. Islam versus Volkanovski. And this is really, I know some people, especially in the streams, in the live streams on Twitch, were like, yeah, Islam is gonna kill him. There's no chance for Volkanovski. it even makes me want to pick Volkanovski because I love to pick against all the people. But at the beginning of this fight, when it was first announced, I was like, yeah, Islam will do whatever he wants to him in the wrestling department and just finish him. Now that I look deep into the fight, watch so many Volk videos and everything, I'm like, bro, Volk is such a psychopath. He's so around. I mean, the way he made Max Holloway look in the third fight was crazy. Volk is, in my opinion, the much better striker. The only problem in the striking for Volk is that Islam is much longer. So if Islam knows how to work the jab good and use his distance, he can give him some problems, even though I would bet all my money in the world that Max Holloway is a much better striker from the distance overall than Islam, and Volko pieced him up crazy. Volk is so fast and so good in breaking the distance and getting out again before you can do anything. So I believe there's definitely a world where Volkanovski wins against Islam, and I believe that Volkanovski has the tools to finish Islam, knock him out, TKO him. I believe he has the tools. This is not my pick then. Just wait. The thing still is, look, Volkanovski is a small guy. It's hard, if you ever wrestled, it's harder to take a small guy down with double legs, single legs than a big guy, right? The thing is that Islam is not a heavy shooter. He does not really shoot for your legs. Islam is the type of guy who presses you against the cage, holds you in a clinch, gets a hold of your body, and then takes you down. So he's more of the Greco-Roman style, where you go to the body, where you attack the body to take down, not necessarily shoot for a double leg. Because I don't think he will get him with a double leg or something, but I believe that he will get him with some takedowns. If the fight goes to distance, with some takedowns on the fence. Volk trains with Craig Jones, who's one of the best grapplers in the world, and he looks phenomenal while training with him. But of course, it's always different if you are with someone in the cage that tries to kill you. Nevertheless, I really think Volk is so underrated with his grappling. He's so underrated with his strength. He's so strong. And he's also, I don't know if there's anybody that tortures himself that much in training like Volk does. If you watch Volk's training footage, this looks like torture. Shark Tank over and over again. This kills you. And I really believe that Volk is so good and can adapt so well. I would love to see Volk win. I'm not the biggest fan of Islam, but I'm a fan of Islam. I like his fighting style. I like his personality. I think he's a really cool dude. But I like Volk from the fan status. I like Volk a little bit more, not too much, but a little bit more. And I just love when the underdog wins. I love to see an underdog on top. And Volk is the underdog in this fight. Everybody's counting him out. Everybody. I would love to see an upset. And I think it's insane that the number one pound for pound guy gets like downgraded so much by the fans that so many people say he has zero chances. It's a mismatch. Like, he's the number one pound for pound. Don't forget that. But still, I still believe that in a normal scenario, Islam wins this fight. And there's two ways for Islam to win this fight. Either by decision, by taking him down the whole time and just be heavy on him and score points like that, or to choke him out. The thing is though, Volk showed so much toughness against, Ortega is as slick as a submission artist as it gets. Like, Ortega is so good with submissions, and Volk survived the whole time. Now, is it possible that Islam submits him? Yes, of course it's possible. Definitely possible. But I believe Volk will survive the submission attempts, and it will be a hard-fought battle. I believe Islam will go to places he's never been before, and Volk will go to places he's never been before. But I believe Islam will win by unanimous decision. That's what my brain says. My heart says Volk by TKO. But my brain says, and listening to the brain is mostly better with picks, that Islam wins by decision. But I say if I have to put my whole money on someone, I put everything on Islam. If it's my whole money, Islam. If you give me $100 and say, hey, have a good time, bet, make some money, I'll bet on Volk all day. Because if you have nothing to lose with your money, and you bet on Volk, he's a plus 300. The number one pound for pound fighter in the world is a plus 300 underdog. If you're a betting guy, don't count on me. If you have free money, bet on Volk. At the end of the day, you can't lose, because if it's money that you don't need, at least you had some fun, and if you win big time. So that's what I would do. Make sure to leave your predictions, guys, in the comments. Write who will win these two fights, by which way, knockout, submission, decision, whatever it is. Write it below in the comments, guys. I would highly appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, guys, and be there in the last show on Saturday to watch the fights live on Twitch. Until next time, guys, bye-bye. Bloodsport out.
Eat your vegetables.